Your body is not failing you. It is forgetting you. Every wrinkle, every loss of strength, every slowing heartbeat is not simply time passing. It is information slipping away. Inside your cells exists a hidden communication network, an ancient biological intelligence that once knew exactly how to repair, regenerate, and protect you. Aging begins the moment that intelligence starts to lose signal, not because the system is broken, but because the message is fading. At the center of this system lives a molecular currency called NAD+, and alongside it, a family of proteins known as sirtuins. Together, they form one of the most powerful longevity networks ever discovered. They regulate how your cells respond to stress, how your mitochondria generate energy, how your DNA is protected, and how your biological age is expressed. When this network is strong, cells behave youthfully. When it weakens, aging accelerates. Biological age is not measured in years, it is measured in cellular behavior. A 40-year-old with resilient mitochondria, high NAD+ availability, and active sirtuins may biologically resemble someone decades younger. Another person of the same age, living under chronic stress, metabolic overload, poor sleep, and constant nutrient excess, may already be aging at a cellular rate that predicts disease. The difference is not genetics. It is signal strength. NAD+ is the fuel that powers cellular repair. It allows enzymes to detect DNA damage and initiate restoration. It enables mitochondria to efficiently convert nutrients into usable energy rather than destructive byproducts. It activates sirtuins, the guardians of cellular identity, which silence unnecessary genetic noise and preserve the programs associated with survival and longevity. As NAD+ levels decline, the cell loses its ability to prioritize repair over reproduction, resilience over speed. This decline is not random, it is accelerated by modern living. Constant feeding tells your metabolism there is no need for efficiency. Artificial light disrupts circadian rhythm, confusing cellular clocks that evolved under sunrise and darkness. Physical comfort removes hormetic stress, the signals that once reminded cells how to adapt. Slowly, the longevity network goes quiet. But silence is not death. It is dormancy. Cells are not passive victims of time. They are responsive systems. They listen. And when the environment changes, they remember how to survive. When NAD+ availability rises, sirtuins reactivate. Mitochondria shift from survival mode back into efficiency mode. Damaged proteins are recycled. Inflammation lowers. Biological age begins to drift backward, not through magic, but through restored communication. Aging is not the accumulation of damage alone, it is the loss of instruction. This is why longevity is not found in a single pill or procedure. It emerges from behaviors that reintroduce meaningful stress, signals that inform the cell it must repair, adapt, and endure. The body evolved to thrive under cycles of challenge and recovery. When those cycles disappear, so does cellular resilience. Metabolism sits at the center of this equation. Every bite of food sends information. Constant glucose spikes and insulin elevation blunt the NAD+ system, forcing cells into growth mode rather than repair mode. In contrast, periods of low nutrient availability activate ancient survival pathways. During fasting, NAD+ levels rise, sirtuins awaken, mitochondria clean house, autophagy clears damaged components. The cell shifts its priorities from expansion to preservation. This is not starvation, it is biological memory. Your cells remember scarcity. They remember cold. They remember exertion. These experiences shaped human survival for millennia. Modern life has erased them, replacing adaptation with convenience. The result is accelerated aging disguised as comfort. Yet the system remains intact. When you move your body with intensity, mitochondria multiply. They become more efficient, producing energy with less oxidative damage. Exercise is not simply burning calories, it is a genetic signal. It tells your DNA to upregulate repair genes, antioxidant defenses, and metabolic flexibility. Sirtuins respond to movement as if hearing an old language spoken fluently again. Sleep restores the rhythm of this network. During deep sleep, NAD+ is conserved and replenished. DNA repair accelerates. Hormones recalibrate. The circadian clock synchronizes metabolic processes, so energy production aligns with daylight and repair aligns with darkness. Disrupt sleep and cellular chaos follows. Protect it and longevity stabilizes. Stress, when applied correctly, becomes medicine. Cold exposure increases mitochondrial density and improves metabolic efficiency. Heat exposure through saunas activates heat shock proteins that refolds damaged proteins and protect cellular integrity. These are not extremes for punishment, they are signals for survival. Hormesis reminds the cell that resilience matters. Over time, these signals compound. NAD+ availability improves, sirtuin activity increases, inflammation decreases, cellular health stabilizes, biological age begins to decouple from chronological age. This is not theory, it is observed in biomarkers, metabolic profiles, and long-term health outcomes. Longevity is not about avoiding death, it is about maintaining signal clarity. Every day, you are either reinforcing the message that your cells should repair and endure, or teaching them to decay quietly. The body listens without judgment, it responds without hesitation. It adapts to the story you tell it through your habits. You are not trapped inside aging biology. You are inside a dynamic system waiting for instruction. When the NAD+ network is restored, when sirtuins resume their guardianship, when mitochondria regain their efficiency, the body does not become immortal, it becomes capable. Capable of repair, capable of resilience, capable of time. Aging is not a sentence written in stone, it is a dialogue, and for the first time in human history, we understand the language. The question is no longer whether longevity is possible. The question is whether you will speak clearly enough for your cells to remember who they are.